interested to see whether embodiment in an avatar of a different race would change people's implicit racial bias. So by implicit racial bias, I mean that it's the bias that we don't know we have, that we just get from everyday life.
Okay.
So do you agree to take part?
Yes.
So the idea of this test is that categories might be white, positive, black, negative. Then a series of words or faces come, and again they have to categorize those words or faces. If you have an implicit racial bias, it's much easier and therefore faster to classify white positive words and black negative words than the other way around. Then they put on a suit.
Gracias.
So in the lab there's cameras around the walls, and these cameras are used to track particular markers that are stuck on the bodysuit. Once everything's ready, when they put on the head-mounted display, they'll be in an empty room with a mirror. And when they look in the mirror, they'll see a virtual body whose movements mirror their own movements.
First, I felt strange, but later on, I feel comfortable with my new body. When I look at myself in the mirror with another color of my skin, I didn't realize, in fact, that it was not my real color.
So after this period is finished, then the implicit association test starts again. This time they'll see it in the head-mounted display. What we're interested to see is if to give someone an experience of actually being a member of that minority group for a short time would change this implicit racial bias. When we embodied light-skinned people in a dark virtual body, their implicit racial bias decreased. The type of body you have seems to actually influence how you behave, what your thoughts are, and so on. So this is the really powerful thing that we're beginning to discover. This result can also be applied in the real world because it may be used to actually help people who have these kind of implicit biases to recognize they have them, but also to reduce them. But also it can be used for various kinds of rehabilitation to give people experiences, empathic experiences that they can never have.